having sushi one night, and Tim was like, you know, this wasabi that we're having here is not real wasabi, it's horseradish. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I had no idea. And he's like, yeah, it's real wasabi is really hard to grow. It's only grown in certain mountain streams in Japan, and it needs this really unique climate to grow, but nobody's doing it. He's like, it just got us curious. And then I went home, started looking into it. He started looking into it like crazy, and then we would just be at work talking like about, oh, how cool it would be to start a wasabi farm, you know, go out there. And then we started looking into Half Moon Bay, and we're like, the climate out here seems pretty similar to the area in Japan where it's grown. And we're like, you know, maybe we can give it a shot.
I don't know even how I found out that it's not real wasabi. I mean, how could that be? Like, why is that, you know? So I'm curious, and so I looked into it, and I found out what I was eating, and then I found out why I wasn't having wasabi, because it's really just really expensive and hard to grow, and it mostly comes from Japan. And so then that just made me go even deeper. And the deeper you go with wasabi, it's just more fascinating it is, right? I mean, it's been traded with samurais, you know, back in the day. It's got medicinal powers and everything like this. And so, you know, I just started to go, well, what if we were the first ones to grow wasabi?
Half Moon Bay Wasabi co-owners Jeff Roller and Tim Hall say once the idea was born, getting growing took some trial and error, as well as tapping into their biology backgrounds, but persistence has paid off.
We failed miserably, but we had just enough success. That's the thing, just enough to keep us going. And there was always that feeling like, well, what if we made this change? Like, this could be the deal breakers, just one more try. And so, yeah, I'm pretty stubborn, and yeah, we're still here after, I guess it's 10 years now.
Wasabi's reputation of being difficult to grow wasn't lost on these producers, so once they figured out how to manage its finicky nature, they put it to the test.
And we handed it to the sushi chef and said, tell us what you think about this. He's like, where'd you get this? Well, we grew it. Well, you didn't grow that. You can't grow that here. And well, no, we grew it, you know. And he tried it, and he was like, it's good. And we were pumped, you know, like that was the best for us. That, you know, from that day forward, we're like, we always felt like if we can grow the stuff, we can sell it.
The duo now has 6 greenhouses sitting along the California coast with successful year-round operations, providing their authentic and fresh wasabi to local California chefs and beyond.
The fresh wasabi is quite a bit different. The heat hits really fast, and then it leaves really fast. And then there's there's almost a sweetness, a floral taste to it as well. Whereas the horseradish, the fake wasabi, it hits you real hard, and then it stays with you for a long time, and you get that nasal burn, and you're hating life if you have too much of it.
The leaves, stems, and flowers of garden-grown wasabi plants are perfectly edible. It's in the brassica family, along with broccoli, cabbage, and kale.
It has these ridiculously long leaves, long stems, these leaves that if it doesn't get just the right balance of water, they fall over, they wilt, and then you get huge problems. And it's just, yeah, everything about this plant is high maintenance.
Now that they've gotten to the roots of success, Half Moon Bay Wasabi is proud to be the only wasabi producer in the Golden State and among just a few successful growers outside of Japan in the entire U.S.
We had to learn this all from scratch. There's no books telling us how to do this, and it's a weird plant. It's not an aquatic plant. I mean, it grows in stream beds in Japan, but it's like some people call it a semi-aquatic plant. But it has a lot of things that are different about it that take a little bit of a different approach than most plants. So we've pulled, you know, technology from the berries and lettuces and lots of different areas and kind of put them together and try different things. And when we get something that works, it's pretty fulfilling and it's fun. The funnest thing about it to me is going into these sushi restaurants because I used to hand deliver to a bunch of them on my way home to Oakland in San Francisco, and I'd stop in and they're always just so excited to see us. You know, wasabi guy, you know, sit down, they'd give us some, they're always like, yeah, have a snack, and before I know it, I'm like stuffed with all this incredible sushi. So that part of it's fun because we're the only ones doing it.